Hello, I am Elizabeth Upenix, the curatorial assistant at deCordova Sculpture Park and Museum located in Lincoln. We are part of the Trustees, which is Massachusetts' largest conservation and preservation organization. The artist Ellen Carey, whose work is featured in the exhibition All the Marvelous Surfaces, Photography Since Karl Blossfeldt, has shared a clip from a documentary she will be featured in titled Camera Ready. The director, John Roeder, explores the world of the Polaroid 20 by 24 camera, one of the largest instant film cameras used by a number of contemporary artists, like Chuck Close and Robert Rauschenberg. Unlike her peers, Ellen uses the Polaroid negatives along with their corresponding positives. Listen as she describes how she uses the large format camera in her work and catch a glimpse into her studio practice with a short time lapse.
Well, I think being familiar with the apparatus of the camera. Again, I look at photography as almost, against the apparatus, against the interpretation. I mean, abstraction and minimalism are oxymorons in terms. In photography, it continues to sort of stretch that. So being familiar with the camera, it's roll film, it's a positive, negative. Being sensitive to materials, I think, is something an artist has to investigate. So realizing that it could keep on going, which I guess no one thought of before. It's safe to say at this point, 20 years later. I love the camera because it allows me to be free to express myself, and that is through process and experimentation. And I'm not afraid to take risks. If it doesn't work out. So I think we just kept on pulling it, and then we dried the positive, the negatives. We let them hang and dry overnight because they have to do that, and then we refeed it. So double exposures. I'm just reworking traditional terms, and color processing, like this piece behind me. We're mixing the pods, the P3 pod with the P7, and we're mixing new colors. I'm creating new colors in the world of color photography, and certainly history of color art in art and photography. So coming up with new nomenclature, coming up with new language. Talbot had to come up with something to name his photogram. He tried to photogenic drawings and different kinds of things. So I think that the pull and the rollback, again, expanded the possibilities for abstraction and minimalism in photography.